Ladies and gentlemen, as you know that we've been hosting or holding the Fiji-EU dialogue since yesterday, which the Honourable Prime Minister had opened yesterday, and you've seen the statement that he made yesterday. And since then, since the opening, the two groups have actually been meeting with each other, with the respective ministries involved, the various stakeholders, and under the Cotonou Agreement, as you know, there is a requirement for us to actually have this dialogue. We did have the dialogue the year before last. We didn't have one last year because of the fact that Fiji was very busy with the COP23 initiatives and also the Oceans Conference. We'd like to thank the European Union to agreeing to defer the dialogue to this year. By way of process, the parties get together and discuss the various issues that need to be discussed under the particular dialogue format. And I have much pleasure this afternoon to ask the EU Ambassador to report back to us in respect of the discussions that did take place. And then after he's done the presentation, we'll just say a few words around it all. Thank you.
Okay. As we heard from the Prime Minister yesterday at the launch of our political dialogue, the relations between the EU and Fiji are already very close. The Prime Minister indicating that he's met our presidents 3 times in the last year. Now we heard also from the Prime Minister reviewing that state of play, very happy with the relationship, but sees great potential to grow it. And he was asking us, with the vision set by himself and our presidents from the European Union, to work on the last 2 days, to do our homework, and to report back today to the Attorney-General on concrete actions that we can agree that would actually help to realise that vision. I'm very happy on behalf of my co-chair to report to the Attorney-General and to yourselves that over 20 actions have been agreed to move relations forward, to be undertaken in the next 18 to 24 months. I would flag only 3. Because otherwise Brussels bureaucrats become very boring, and anything over 20 you don't want to stay in the same room when a Brussels chap says he's going to go through them. But on the 3, I'd like to highlight the Prime Minister highlighted the great importance on climate change. We've been working out on concrete actions that would help build the coalition for ambition. As the Prime Minister has said, it's a very clear ambition within COP23, specifically looking at how to expand the commitments towards the target of 1.5%, and practically how to ensure a continued action by Fiji as it hands its baton over its presidency to Poland, and the EU member state, again indicating that close relationship that we're fighting on the global scale together on climate change. The second one that the Prime Minister highlighted and we've concretely been working on has been on moving the economic partnership forward, economic partnership agreement, and in that to realise the full potential that the agreement offers. I will not bore you with the specifics, but 3 very concrete actions have been undertaken by Fiji that allow the representative from the EU headquarters on trade to indicate that progress is possible on that, which will open up a number of additional advantages that we will now explore with your industry on how to use that agreement to Fiji's and Europe's benefits. To that end, there is a seminar, AG, this Friday, where we will go and explore this in greater detail with companies in Fiji. Lastly, there was a very clear prioritisation politically. I would put it as a frustration, great relationship, but a pebble in the shoe about about facilitating travel for Fiji to the EU. That's both a long term in terms of Fiji's desire to see visa-free, so basically arrive at the airport, and secondly, to ensure that visa application procedures, while they exist, are available in Suva. Now, those 2 issues were flagged by your Prime Minister, have been talked about at length, and actions are being now agreed to take up with our headquarters. We cannot agree these issues with myself now as the EU here, because they are member state issues, and so they need to be progressed. But I would like to reassure the AG that the group has worked on them, identifying actions that can be taken, and they're now going to be taken up with the relevant authorities in Brussels and with the member states. In conclusion on those three, many more to work out in detail, but these are concretely, I believe, move this important relationship forward to the next level. Thank you, Attorney General.
Thank you. So this is a press statement in respect of what has been agreed to generally, and the final outcome document will be released tomorrow. And it essentially sets out many of the issues that His Excellency has just highlighted to you. And of course, Fiji is very keen to work on these issues together with the European Union to ensure that we have we already have a very good working relationship, and indeed a very close relationship. And we look forward to further consolidating that. So with those few words, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to open up the floor if you have any questions. Thank you.